Hey resellers, thanks so much for tuning into today's video. If I have learned one thing from reselling, it's that we all do it a little bit differently. Everyone across all platforms lists their items a little bit differently. So today I'm going to be showing you the tips and tricks I have picked up along the way and my current listing style. Not to say that in 6 months, 8 months, a year down the road, I might not tweak things and be listing a little bit differently, but for right now, this method is serving me best to be able to quickly and efficiently list items on eBay and also cross-post them over to Poshmark. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, and I take it is because you clicked on this video, hang tight, we're gonna get right into it. The very first thing that I do, I think is the very first thing all resellers do. You have to gather up your items. Now, that may mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. There are lots of ways that we could be sourcing our inventory. So whether you're sourcing directly from the thrift store, from your death pile, or from your own closet, be sure to gather up 5 or 10 quality items that you're actually excited to list. You might be excited to know what items I am using in this video to list, and if you stick tight to the very end or check the timestamp down below, you'll see I am listing 5 items that you guys voted on in my 2 videos ago challenge that I posted. I presented you with 10 items and asked you which 5 that I should auction off on eBay starting today, Sunday, March 28th, for 99 cents with free shipping. Those are the 5 items that I'm going to be listing today, and at the end of the video, I'll talk about exactly which ones they are. It's pretty exciting. You want to know about this. You really want to make sure, if you haven't already cleaned the items, that you spruce them up a little extra right before you take your photos. You never need the item to be more attractive than when the buyer is deciding whether or not to buy it. Don't wait until you're shipping your item out to take a lint roller to it. Me personally, I keep a little supply box here of items that I use to clean, and yeah, so I'm gonna go through and clean up some of my listings, some of the things that I need to take care of before I photograph. So what is batch listing, and why do I use it over other methods to list my items? Some folks will pick up one item, say this pair of Birkenstocks. They will clean this pair of Birkenstocks. They will prep this pair of Birkenstocks for photos, take pictures of this pair of Birkenstocks, list this pair of Birkenstocks, upload exactly this pictures of this pair of Birkenstocks, and this pair of shoes is listed. Then they will grab the next item, and they will start to clean this item. And they will start to take pictures of this and draft this item, upload the photos of this item, and finally list this item. Now for lots of people, that works awesome. For me, not so much. I need to work in shifts. I need to work in batches. That is, I will take all of my items and clean them all. I get that one thing done. It's like block scheduling, very similar to block scheduling for those of you that utilize that. I will photograph all of the items at one time. I will draft all of the items at one time. All of those things get done in batches, so to speak, and it allows me to work through the items much quicker. I am a busy mom. I have 2 children, a 4-year-old and a 14-year-old, and they are involved in bukus of sports. My husband and I are both ultra marathoners, so we are always training for something. On top of that, I have a household to run, we garden. Guys, I have this YouTube channel, my Instagram, and I'm an online reseller. I need to utilize my time as best as possible. And I will tell you, for me, that is in batch listing. If you haven't tried it yet, I would highly, highly encourage you to try it this week. So right now, I am batch listing these items. I am prepping every single one of them, and then later I will draft every single one of them, and then I will photograph every single one of them, and then I will upload the photos of every single one of them and cross post at the same time. For me, it just makes more sense because otherwise, it might take me all day long to list this one pair of shoes. And even if I only get the cleaning done, at least I've got the cleaning done on everything. If I only take pictures today, I've got the pictures done on 20 listings. So I can work more efficiently, honing in on just that one particular thing and really giving it all of my focus. So for me, batch listing 100% all the way. Along with batch listing my items, I also use different devices I've realized for every single process and every step along the way of my listings. The very first thing that I want to do on the actual platform is to draft my listings, and for that I use my cell phone. You guys, this is a Samsung Note 8, nothing special about this phone. I have said before that I think this phone is older than my youngest child, so don't think that you have to have cutting edge technology in order to use the eBay app. I don't photograph on this, although the photos would come out relatively clear, but it works great for the app. So I'm just going to open up the eBay app. If you don't already know what that looks like, then I'll give you a peek at that as well. This is the eBay app on my cell phone, so I'm gonna click on selling and I'm gonna click on list an item. Now this would be a way for you to get directly into, if you know exactly what you have and there's no sense in looking up comps, this is the easiest way to do it. Let's just say with these items in particular, I know I have to list them at 99 cents with free shipping, so there would be no point in looking up comps. So if that's what you're after, then open up the app, click on selling, click on list an item, and you are good to go. You can start inputting the information for your item right now. Okay, so let's just say, since I know exactly what I have and exactly the price I'm asking for it, I'm just gonna type in men's size 44 Birkenstocks, men's size 44. Right now, really what you need to be doing is thinking of a creative title that is going to include every single keyword that your buyer may search for. So for a pair of shoes like this, how about dark brown, clog, mule? Do men consider these mules as well? Germany, original, authentic, obviously size 44, buckle perhaps. Let's just see how many keywords I can really fit into a really good title here. Okay, so I was able to utilize 72 of the 80 characters allowed for my title, and what I wrote was men's size 44 Birkenstocks, dark brown, clogged mule, suede buckle, cork, authentic. That is my title. So if you ever see ridiculous titles and you wonder why is the title so ridiculous, how is that the title of an item? It is an attempt to fit as many searchable keywords into that title as possible, and you should be doing that as well. From here, eBay's gonna tell you what category they've placed your item in. And for this particular item, they've actually miscategorized it. Even though I wrote men's shoes, they wanted it to be in women's shoes. So be careful and ensure that eBay actually put your item in the appropriate category. So I'm going to click on clothing, shoes, and accessories, men's shoes, and we will click casual shoes. That is now the category that I have these shoes listed under. And eBay's gonna ask you if the item is, what is the condition? These are pre-owned. I like using my phone to draft the listings because you can literally do this from anywhere. Oh, hey guys, didn't see you there. No matter where you decide to list from, I highly encourage you to consider doing your drafts from your phone. I prefer a phone over a tablet just because it's handheld and I don't have mobile service on my tablet. I just use Wi-Fi only, so I can literally take this thing anywhere, as you just saw. So after you have a really great title with great keywords, be sure to check your item specifics, especially if you have elected to sell a similar item from an item that has sold or someone else's listing, because even if the item is exactly like yours, there is a chance that they may have selected the wrong thing in an item specific, and that is just begging for the buyer to open an item not as described case and win, just because you didn't check your item specifics. So be sure to check those. Now, when you are in the item specifics, it can be daunting. It can be a lot. If you've never listed on eBay, you might be like, why in the world does eBay need to know the character on a blue tank top? And it will pre-select blue for you, and they do mean that blue dog from Nickelodeon. Definitely deselect that, and know that even though that is a recommended specific, it is not actually required on most items. It's time to write that dreaded description. Let me just comfort you by telling you that buyers don't even read the description. The things that I want to ensure that I include in the description, first of all, I'm gonna click on here and I'm gonna take out shipped with US priority mail, USPS priority mail. I'm just gonna take that right out because I'm actually copying and pasting my listing descriptions from eBay over to Poshmark for my listings. So everything on Poshmark ships with priority mail, and that's the first telltale to tell your buyer to go look elsewhere for your same listings or that they're cross-posted somewhere, is to have something like that in your description. So I take that out. Condition is pre-owned will self-populate in eBay as well. And most often I will delete that, and I'm going to actually replace that here with condition is good with minor wear, some dirt and discoloration, see photos, and then something that I copy and paste and put into every single one of my listing is ships fast, please see all photos, thanks and God bless. It goes into every single photo, and that is it, guys. If there was something major that I wanted to draw the attention to, like on this pair of shoes, I will probably note in here as well that the back part is loose. Please see photos of that. You know, there's a stain on the left belt loop of these jeans as indicated by photos. Color is a bit faded, you know, whatever you want the buyer to, you want to be sure that they know about it, because guys, the last thing you want to do is have a buyer be surprised when they get your item in and it's not in the condition that they hoped it would be. So disclose, disclose, disclose. Whatever you would want to know is wrong with an item, tell your buyers as well. One good idea when you're listing an item, or if you are concerned about what the value of the item is to search eBay for an item like yours. So let me just open up the search bar here. It's going to say search for anything. And I will type in men's size 44 Birkenstock clogs. So we have a plethora of items that pop up in the search results here. But I'm not quite as interested in how much these are listed for as I am how much they've sold for. So I see $40 with $10 shipping. I see new ones over $100. I'm going to click down here at the bottom on filter and scroll down, show more, scroll, 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 and click on sold. So let's see what items have actually sold that fit the description. There are 40. This was a pair of size 11. So now I know that the men's size 44 compares to a size 11. Definitely cross-reference that. Don't believe everything you see in the sold listings, but you're going to find new information in the sold listings as well. Those sold $75. The best offer was accepted. This pair sold for $50. This pair sold for $63. A pair sold for $69, best offer accepted, $55.99 with $11.75 shipping. So I'm kind of excited about what these are going to sell for now. So here's what I want to encourage you to do. This particular pair, let's say this pair that sold for $55.99 with $11.75 shipping. I'm going to click on that pair of shoes. Now this is a sold listing, it is no longer available, but you'll see up at the top here, I can click sell one like this. So let's just sell one like this and show you exactly what happens when you click on that. Here is a drafted listing pre-populated for you that pops up. The first thing I'm going to do is change the title and include the keywords that I would like to include in this. And then it is so important for you to go into the item specifics here and actually change anything that does not fit your listing, so you do not get that item not as described return, which would create a ding on your eBay account. Make sure that the category is right as well. And I wish that eBay would put category above item specifics. Try to get into the habit of checking the category before you do the item specifics, because you could go through all the time and trouble of making sure that those item specifics are good and then notice that your category is off. Change the category and it will change all of the item specifics and you will lose all of that hard work. So when you first open up that listing, check the category first. That is especially true if you're listing vintage items, because you could go into all the time and trouble of putting in your size, your measurements, if you do that, your colors, everything in onto a piece of clothing, only to get down to the bottom and realize that it was never listed in the vintage category. The second you select vintage, all of that hard work goes away. All right, as soon as my description is correct, I am going to click on the pricing, and you have two options. You can start it at an auction or you can start it at a buy it now price. You can start an auction with a buy it now price. You can start auctions at a 1-day auction, a 3-day auction, a 7-day auction. But the 1-day and 3-day options, and I think there may even be a 5-day, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10, all of except for the 7 are going to include additional fees. So if you are trying to avoid eBay, then just leave it on a 7-day auction. And a Sunday is historically, for most sellers, the best day to net you the highest profit when an auction is closing. So a 7-day auction, start those auctions on Sunday. It's Sunday today and mine are going live. They will end on Sunday, and I'm going to end mine and begin them in the evening when most people have free time. Let's say you've decided to list your item at a buy it now price. There is a lot more to the buy it now price than just the price. See where it says more options down below here? Click more options and you will see good till canceled, or if you want it to expire after 30 days, and offers. I allow offers on my items, on most any item. There are some items that are cheap enough I'm really not interested in receiving an offer on them. You can select a minimum offer amount, and anything under that amount, eBay is automatically going to decline for you. I'm not really interested in just turning buyers away with declining their offers. Out of all of the listings on eBay, they chose to come to yours. Let's see if we can work something out. So if I ever have a minimum offer amount, it's like 1 cent or something, just because it was mandatory to put in there. So yeah. If you have a multiple quantity listing, this inside the buy it now price is where you will select, oh, by the way, there are 5 of these available, there are 7 of them available. And you can schedule a start time, but that also includes a fee, FeeBay. All right, we are to scheduling shipping information. Now, one thing that you need to consider is if your item can go first class, priority, regional rate, flat rate, exactly how you're going to have to ship that item. You need to consider that when listing the item. Don't wait until the item has sold to decide how you want to ship it. You can weigh the item on your scale beforehand to ensure whether or not it's under that 16 ounces and it can go first class. You can try to cram it into a flat rate envelope to see, hey, is this thing going to fit? Can I ship it for $8.50 or less? However you decide to mail this item, have it in your mind at the time that you are listing the item. Nothing worse than getting to the sale and realizing that you're no longer in the profit, or you have eaten up your profits big time because you didn't realize that that item is 1 pound 8 ounces, not 15 ounces, or that the item will not fit into that flat rate envelope like you had hoped. All right, after I have entered my shipping information, I scroll down here to the bottom to sell it faster, and I select donate a portion to charity, and Samaritan's Purse always gets 10% of my sales, and that is as my tithe. I don't even have to think about it. I have set up a Christian organization here that will do what I consider is the most with my tithe and with my, I don't really consider it a donation because biblically it is just, it's my tithe. So if you are interested in tithing or donating to any Christian organization or otherwise, select that here. And then I do not click list the item. I do not click preview. I select save for later. So I have now saved that item, and I do that with every single item in a batch. They all got cleaned together. Now they all get drafted together. The next thing I'm going to do, you guys, is photograph all of these listings, again, assembly line style, batch style, and I'm just going to one after another photograph these using actually my Samsung tablet. I don't photograph on my phone because, like I say, it's a little bit older and the quality photos that I receive on this tablet is just better. I don't photograph with my Canon G7X because it's too complicated and I don't want to have to edit those listings. I am able to edit everything as I'm taking the photos. If you haven't seen my video about how I photograph listings, definitely do check that out. I will link in the description below to that video. So I won't bore you with the details about how I photograph my listings or my photography setup, but just know this is when I batch photograph my listings. All right, guys, so now that everything has been drafted and photographed, I will just go back to my drafts, click on the listing, and right here at the top of the listing, you will see it populate to provide my photos. So I will do this actually on my tablet, select this, and just upload the photos that I took on the tablet. And this is actually the time that I will cross list my items as well. I will select not the title, but rather the description. I will go to the description here and copy and paste. So just a little copy, select all, paste, and go to Poshmark, and that will actually be what I use as the title as well as the description in Poshmark. While these photos upload, I will be uploading the photos on Poshmark as well. 2 for 1. Kind of interesting when you think about it to be using so many different pieces of technology to arrive at one end goal. But I definitely do feel like each piece of technology here serves its own purpose, because I'm going to introduce a third piece, my computer, just my desktop PC I use when I am actually managing my listings. That is setting promotions, running any clearance, markdown, sales, anything like that. If I am making offers in a batch style and I am making offers, you know, several at a time, everyone gets 10% off on the offer, something like that, I use my desktop for that. I also use my desktop when I'm printing labels. So guys, in order for me to run an effective eBay and online sales business, I am using my phone, my tablet, my computer, and to tell you guys about it, my Canon. So definitely some pieces of technology that I do not want to be without, but you could be without a few of these. Especially, you can cut out the tablet if you just have a really nice smartphone. Oh yeah, do you guys want to know about the 5 items that I am bringing to auction beginning again at 99 cents tonight? March 28th, you can head over to my eBay store. I have a link always to my eBay store in the description below, and after these listings go live, I'll come back to this video and I'll post individual links to the items. But let me tell you the items that won. There is a video where I introduced 10 items. All of you guys voted for them, and this is what you voted to see me auction off with 99 cents free shipping. The first is that pair of Birkenstocks that I was just cleaning up. They're not cleaning up very well, so the soles will probably look like that at a 99-cent auction. The second item is a faceless watercolor painting customized by me of your family. If you decide to bid on this, 100% of the proceeds for this item will go to the county children's home in my area that benefits foster children. So it is an emergency placement shelter and meant to be a temporary shelter for children until they can be housed with foster families in our area. And so 100% of the proceeds of me painting someone's family will go to benefit kids being with their forever family. So I am excited to see how much money that one raises. The Tommy Hilfiger carpenter jeans, you guys voted for those. You saw me cleaning those in today's video. Those are, I believe, a size 38 waist. So those are going to be auctioned off at 99 cents with free shipping. I have a 48-inch vintage beach ball. We're all excited to see how much that might go for. Sometimes they can go for hundreds of dollars. I don't believe that this one will. I think it'll be less than $50, but follow along if you want to see how much the 48-inch vintage beach ball goes for. And the last item, you guys either love me and wanted me to win or hate me and want to see me lose money because you voted for the PlayStation Rock Band drum set. Guys, that is not going to be cheap to ship, and I am offering it up for 99 cents with free shipping. This is going to be exciting and interesting to see exactly what happens. I know that there are, like Flipping Sports Guy has a Wii bundle and some other type of a video game bundle. So there are other resellers that have big heavy items to ship, but golly, I mean, there aren't very many of us. I think most people stuck with like first class or media mailable things, but you know what? Just risk it, right? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I've given you some tips and tricks that you can utilize in your own business and in your own listing methods. Like this video if you like this video. Consider subscribing and turn on the bell notifications if you want to know when I upload videos, which typically is about 3 times a week. About every other day I bring you guys a new video. I try to do a what sold every week, a thrift haul, or some type of a sourcing haul video every week, and an educational and informational video every week. So definitely turn on the bell notifications. Let me know in a comment below what type of future content you'd like to see, because I am so excited to be making these videos for you guys. And remember, God bless you. Treat your business like your business.